Okay, time to talk about the 2013 Best Animated Film that the Oscars nominated and then eventually picked. The nominees were Frozen, The Croods, Despicable Me 2, Ernest and Celestine, and The Wind Rises. And the winner was Frozen. Yeah, I don't really agree. Frozen was a landmark animation film. I think at the time it made the most money that any animated film have ever made. And hey, we all remember the song. I don't even have to tell you which song. And which is perfect number, honestly. I will have to admit that. So now, here's the deal. Monsters University also came out this year. Where is it? It didn't get nominated. I personally think it deserved a nomination. Where is it? I think this film is actually pretty darn good. I've watched it several times, and I can't really say it's better than the first one, but I can say it is a decent enough film to garner a nomination. Where was it? Okay, time to drop this. What about The Croods? The Croods, I think, is also a very good film, and I think it's trying to do it does a really interesting thing about dealing with a family dynamic and dealing with this idea about how a father is trying to protect his family, and from a very, very hostile atmosphere, and how he sometimes forgets things. And honestly, these are things I've seen done in other movies, but I really like how this film was done. And seeing Nicolas Cage as the main caveman here was actually pretty good casting, I must admit. It's very believable, and so, yeah. So, and I kind of like Despicable Me too, but I think the original was not nominated for an Oscar, so how did the sequel get an Oscar nominee? Usually that doesn't happen. Usually it's the original, and then the sequel usually gets not that, unless it's decent enough, but honestly, yeah, I thought there's enough fun in Despicable Me 2 to, I guess, deserve a nomination. Why not? I'll just give it that. But Ernest and Celestine, I wish I could say that I saw. Unfortunately, I haven't seen. I'll have to see if I can't catch that before I compile this stuff into my final episode or whatever. Anyway, then there's The Wind Rises, a Studio Ghibli film. I liked it. I did see it. That's a weird thing that they do where every time there's a big sound effect, you actually hear people just kind of make these whoosh kind of sounds, and I kind of thought that was really odd for a film that is really about a guy who just really loves airplanes and wants to design airplanes, even though they might be used for the war. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on in this thing. And it's Studio Ghibli, so usually they make some pretty great stuff. Okay, so there were a lot of films that didn't really get any nomination. There was the film Epic, which did I see that one? It's weird that I don't remember if I saw that one or not. I'm going to say I haven't seen it. Freebirds, I know I did see, and this film is just kind of, it's weird that there was two time travel, I'm sorry, the Peabody and Sherman film happened the following year, but I think they used the same time machine, maybe. I don't know. But it was weird that this film I can understand why it didn't get an Oscar nomination. It's a turkey film, literally. And then there's Escape from Planet Earth, which I also didn't see. And hey, not to mention Turbo. Remember that movie about the super fast snail with, I think, Ryan Reynolds in it? Yeah. And also Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Did I see this one? I think I remember starting it, but I don't think I actually finished it. And yeah, I'm going to say haven't seen, so can't really say anything about that. Turbo I did see. I'm pretty sure of that. So yeah, and then also Planes came out this year. Remember that movie? Yeah, I know, not a lot of people did. I don't know why, I've just never seen it. Usually I see all these like Disney animated films, but I don't know. Maybe I was just sick of cars and didn't want to go to planes. Anyway, so those were the nominees and winners, and next time we'll discuss the 2012 Best Animated Oscar winners and nominees. Mark Rollins from the Geek Church, signing off.